Alright, so here we are for part 6. We're continuing... I cannot talk anymore. Continuing as the tarantula. Like I said before, I was so rudely interrupted by me. The loading screens just sort of appear out of nowhere. I'm not sure if, like certain parts of the game, they're just like, okay, this is where the loading screen happens. Or if it's just like at one point it just goes, hey, we need to load a little bit. This will be our first fight against other tarantulas. Or spiders that look like tarantulas. And I try out the venom attack, which causes them to get poisoned. You can tell it's poisoned because it like sits on the ground as if it's dying, and then it just dies. Haha, take that. So I beat these guys up pretty easily. As you can see from that, the venom attack does home in on things, so if you're up in the air, you'll fall down on top of them, even if they're over to the side. You saw me turn around in midair. We got some more concept art. It's always nice to have concept art. And we run into our snake friend, pal, who has a pretty good chance of actually eating tarantulas. So, you know what? I'm going to say that they do eat tarantulas. Especially since right here, it eats another spider. And I don't think it did that out of just being an asshole, but, you know, it could be. I'd like to think that throughout this story, the tarantula just happened to run into like the douchebag bully of the desert, and you know you're kind of like, hey, get the fuck away, or I'm gonna make you smash into a cactus. But if tarantulas or spider, if rattlesnakes, have I been saying spider this entire time for rattlesnake? If I have, sorry. If rattlesnakes do end up, if rattlesnakes do eat tarantulas, then you know, I guess it makes more sense. I don't know why I'm still like talking about it all that much. See, it's loading here again, even though it only loaded a few seconds ago. And it almost never loads during the Scorpion one. And I think it's because the Scorpion one has shorter levels but more fights in it. Whereas this one is much more about the moving around throughout the levels. So we fight off these scorpions, because I can't enter that shoe yet. And the scorpion kind of kicks my ass here, because I spin in the wrong direction. Oh no, wait. Yeah, does it? I forget. I thought it did. Maybe it's a different scorpion. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's kind of got me. Because right before I was about to use the jump attack, it like slapped me away. Which is an insult to the poor tarantula, who has become known to this desert as the bitch slap king, to be slapped away by some pincers. I'm looking around for grubs right there, as you may have guessed. You can never get too many grubs. I have quite a few. Not a whole lot. I just sort of fell there. I don't know how. Just a glitch in the programming. It was pretty weird when it happened, but something even weirder will show up later. So we run into some more grasshoppers, and I think I see, yeah, there's a green one right there, which increases health. And there's a cell phone, and it's ringing, and it's like, diddle-doo-doo, diddle-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, I think. Or maybe that's my cell phone. I forget. Woot woot. So we find another save point, and I saved there. And it's a good thing I did. You'll see why. I was thinking I wouldn't because, you know, it's only like been a few minutes into this video, but it all worked out. See, the camera there is pretty weird, but I kind of like that angle. It just kind of looked cool for a second, and sometimes the camera can do really cool things, and I'm happy that it does. But other times it's just kind of like, it can kind of be a jerk. And for some reason getting my ass kicked increased my maximum health. Which I assume happened because I got a lot of points. So I'm not sure if you get upgrades due to amount of points, or if you get them at certain times. Some of them you'll obviously know you get because you beat a certain enemy. But other times I just kind of wonder, is it because I have a certain amount of points, or am I just supposed to get it at this point? which admittedly it could be both. Maybe at this point I was supposed to have enough points to get it, so... Because it's not like there's a lot of enemies that you can just run away from, and it's not like you have much of a reason. You might as well just get rid of them since they're not really that much of a threat. See, I got it again, and I'm not sure why I got that attack, since, it just gave me a damage increase. So this is where you kind of start seeing the puzzle type, because the levels are all contorted. This one not so much, but later on we'll notice more puzzly type level design. It's not extremely difficult, you just have to keep your eye open for what you have to do. And I fell. And I have no idea where I am. So we start walking back. I think there are a couple times when I played as the tarantula that it gave me a chance at a sneak attack, but I never took it, so the reason I'm not seeing the stealth might be partly my fault. So we jump over that, and then I think, okay, do we have to jump over this one? It looks like, oh god, I'm dead. And that's the first time I died in this game. It was pretty embarrassing because I just sort of tried to jump over something, it didn't work, and then it threw me down. Kind of a dick move on the game's part. But, whatever. To this point, I definitely prefer playing as the tarantula over the scorpion. Partly because the tarantula moves faster. The scorpion can dash, but he always takes a break after the dash, and you can't control where it goes, you just go in a straight line. It being a dash and all. So I just kind of prefer that the tarantula has a better base speed, I guess you could call it. And of course it's easier to take on groups of enemies with the scorpion, but it's not that hard with the spider since you have the spin attack, which kind of just sort of does a lot of damage, takes out a lot of things around you. It works out pretty well. So we get our max power increase again. As you noticed, obviously when you die you start at the save points. There's no, if you've gotten fairly far and you die, you're gonna have to start at that save point again, because there's no, like, transition screens between levels. There's parts where it suddenly loads up, as you've seen, but the lack of a transition screen means you're definitely going back to the save point, and you should expect to. Fortunately I was still pretty close. I didn't get very far when I died, so I'm not very, like, displeased with it. I don't care that much. It's just walking back up here. And I got the double combo again for some reason, which confuses me. I'm not sure once again, like I said, I'm not sure. Am I getting it for killing something? Am I getting it because I'm supposed to get it at that point? Or I don't know how it's going. So I jump over this, and then I think, okay, maybe I can get around these, and yeah, you can just walk down here. So, the fact that it threw me off that side of the branch is kind of just a bigger, like, screw you by the game, because I probably should have been able to cling on to that, but whatever. Stupid move on my part to try to jump over it, so deserve to pay the price for it. You can definitely see the difference between the scorpion levels and tarantula levels. And we're at another loading screen. Basically, I'm about to get to the end of part 6, so this is the end of part 6 right up there, and I will see you guys in part 7.